out of this headset. Hello, hello, hello. So I'm good on this one. All right, so the score is 6-6. And then we can just get straight into it when you're ready to go. Oh, we are live? All right, hello guys. It's Dr. Curb here, Scotty Wade in the flesh, and we're streaming Dublin Kaufman versus the Northwest Indians right now. This is game one. We had a little bit of a delay with our stream, so we're all kind of caught in the middle of the action right now. But currently 6-6. When you get a chance to change the score, right now we have their Mennonite player facing Northwest's Cosby player. I believe Mr. Fish is anchoring, so this makes sense. It's a good play for Dublin, getting the rest of their team some more playing time. As we know, Mr. Fish a very dominant player in the esports Ohio space. So, and in Columbus too, if you want to go on to a bigger picture. Can you change the stream title too, PJ? Oh, okay, my fault. So, yeah, we're not streaming Rocket League, guys. Somehow the side B falls out, and now Northwest sitting a little more comfortably right now in this game. Mennonite's going to have a hard time to approach here and really get something going if this Cosby player can just hit any sort of electric right now. Both of them are just kind of throwing out their kill moves to see which party can advance in this game. The jab going to activate the rage drive, and rage drive's not even needed as the down B's going to come out and take the stock for Northwest as they're up 5-6. Bad neutral B, but no punish coming out from Northwest there as both parties are just scrambling at the moment. The back throw is going to get rid of the rage drive, but can he get the edge guard? Yes, he does, as now it's a 5-5 even game. Good footstool to make sure to get out of that disadvantage spot. F smash going to connect on Kaufman here. They are at 30% right now, so they could die to a single Kazu combo. The jab's going to come out and do up to 70% there, almost at 80. Back down, and down smash not going to connect. This is a really hard spot for Mennonite to really get into, but you can start something here, and they're starting a little bit of magic here right now, getting Kazuya all the way up to 40% here, roughly. And we're just seeing if they can really get anything going to really swing this back into Dublin's favor, because it seems like they've been up. Northwest has been up most of the series so far, and it's only game one, so anything could really happen. But this is like an adaptation game, making sure, hey, this is how I play. The L smash not going to connect. Good roll there coming up for the Kazuya there, and just a lot of shenanigans happening on the screen. Back throw, gonna put the Kazuya off stage, but not gonna connect there. Kazuya starting to throw out a lot more kill moves, doing the forward throw, possibly into a neutral B, not quite gonna kill there. Good down B to evade the up smash there. And another F throw, they're gonna come out. This Mennonite really needs to get something going here. The down B finally going to connect here and push off Northwest and not get that kill. Doing it again. These F smashes gotta stop being a little too predictable. These F smashes, otherwise Dublin's going to sneak back into this game, and both of them are at 120%. And this rage drive is just going to be so hard for Dublin to counter if they can get out of it, and it looks like they're pushing away right now as percents are about evened up. Down B's going to connect and get the kill for Dublin Kaufman as Dublin Kaufman survives a close game there, taking the lead 5-4, 5-3, 4-3, pardon me. All right. Could you pass me the Joy-Cons, please? So I could control the game. Thank you. All right. So yeah, after a little bit of stream difficulties, finally comfortable. Only thing we have to do is change the actual stream title, and then we're all good. So yeah, now it's now all set up. There, Northwest down in a little bit of a hole here, especially since Mr. Fish is the anchor here, so it's going to be a very tough battle for the Northwest High School to come back into this game. All right, so we're going to be seeing Northwest sending into their Cloud player, and that's going to be a solid matchup for Cloud in this game. I mean, Mennonite can get Cloud off stage, but if Cloud just space his aerials quite well, then Meta Knight's going to have a hard time even getting in the first place. Right now, just trying to kind of seeing that typical Cloud action right now. A lot of up Bs out of shield. Both these players are just going to get a feel for each other, especially since this, again, this is game 1, so both parties haven't really gotten a good feel of both these teams yet. Mind you, both these teams are also undefeated right now. ESO, for those who were not tuned in yesterday or the day prior, ESO switched, Esports Ohio switched to a Swiss format. And if you're not familiar with what Swiss is, basically each team plays each other, and then depending on strength of the teams, they get matched into better teams throughout the season, so it's like more balanced and whatnot. So both these teams having an undefeated record so far, and should be a pretty good match as we're seeing right now. This Cloud player already about to lose their first stock. This Dublin Bandit Knight's doing an excellent job at spacing all of their aerials to ensure that this Cloud player has a hard time really. And they just killed themselves. I'm not sure what happened there, because like they were just playing the match. Oh, they just had no jumps. So they just lost all their jumps. They didn't recognize that, and they lost their stock. So that's gonna go 3 stocks apiece for both parties right now, as we see, I would assume, Mr. Fish coming in. I'm not 100% sure, because I'm not 100% sure. Alright, sorry guys, we are back. Pardon us, this is the Northwest Knights and not the Northwest Indians. I lost the 50-50 on the Northwest High School, so I apologize on that. But still, 3-3 apiece for both of these schools, and we're going to be seeing future, I'm assuming future Cleveland State Viking, Kieran, Mr. Fish, coming in with the Steve or the Min. I'm not sure which one is going to come out, but we're going to be seeing something come out from Mr. Fish here. And we're going to be seeing the Min. Excellent choice against Cloud. Cloud very much does struggle in this matchup. And Mr. Fish having a solid Tuesday Trials performance a couple days ago. So we'll see if, you know, these local performances are going to transfer into that excellent start that Dublin Kaufman has had this season. So, yeah, Smashville, excellent stage pick for Kieran as well. Min is very good on this stage. Big thing that Min has to ensure of in this matchup is, hey, I can't get hit by Cloud off stage. Back air is really good, but otherwise this is a very tall task for Cloud. It's a tall task for any sort of party here. I mean, Mr. Fish, one of the best players in Esports Ohio. You know, we still got Straw Hat Kid in Esports Ohio for Northview, but Mr. Fish, probably the second best player in the league right now. And we're seeing just why that is as he pushes the Northwest Cloud player off stage. Not going to get the 2-frame, but just going to push him off stage and get the kill anyway, as Dublin Kaufman takes the first stock of this final player for these round 1. And so it's 3-2 for Dublin right now, as Northwest trying to get this kill off of Mr. Fish, and Mr. Fish is like, no, I'm just gonna do the classic Min thing and kill you off stage at like 20% because I'm him. And right now, this Cloud player just does not have an answer to Mr. Fish. I mean, this was your second place team at States last semester, so it's definitely going to be a tough battle for most schools to really get through Dublin Kaufman. And they are going to get the stock here, as that back air, like I said earlier, going to take that stock for Northwest, as they could make a comeback here. But again, it comes down to Mr. Fish getting these edge guards early, and that's what's been such a heal for this Cloud player right now. And you have to play so much more patiently if you are Northwest, if you want to bring this game into your favor. Downer's going to come out and put this Cloud player in a bad spot. And once again, we're going to see the classic Nair F-Smash train. And that's the stock as Dublin Kaufman takes up that first game 2-0 and moves up 1-0 in the set. All right, so excellent work from Mr. Fish. I mean, a little bit of bias. I see him pretty much every week at locals. Very strong up-and-comer in the Ohio scene. Just showcasing why that he and his school are going to go on for the state title in Cincinnati. It's in Cincinnati this year, right? It's not in Akron. So it's in Cincinnati against Northview, presumably. I mean, you know, Straw Hat Kid. The Straw Hat Kid dynasty is so strong. I mean, I was like, when I was in high school last semester, I was like the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and every single player was like Johnny Snell. Like I was skyhooking, and my team was like, yeah, Kazuya Mishima is just too formidable for us, so it just wasn't working out. But you know, having a Min Min and Steve player on your team like Dublin Kaufman does, really gonna benefit you in the long run here, as we see teams going to a game 2. Pardon? Kieran co-mains Min Min and Steve, so he's like very good with both characters. Did you just only know him for Steve? Okay. Yeah, this wasn't like Mr. Fish being like, yeah, I'm gonna troll and go Min. Nah. Like into this team, it seems like it's a Min Min. Like that, their ace is the Cloud player, and I would definitely go Min Min for sure. He's been going a lot more Steve lately, but I think in crews, Min Min is just really good. Min Min's just so hard to play in Ohio when your top 3 in the state is the guy who spends his entire career beating this character because he doesn't like this character. Geist, who is just really good at the matchup, and Doorstop, who plays a -2 for Min Min. So, and if you go to Columbus, like, there's like 7,000 Robs. It's so hard for Min Min to really do much. So, in Esports Ohio, Min Min's definitely a lot better of a character, especially since like she's a DLC character, so most people don't have like that much matchup experience. And you know, Steve was banned for a while at Esports Ohio, so Kieran's likely just more used to playing Min Min in this league. Are we gonna do an interview with them or no? We could probably do that. That's fair. Okay. Nothing for Smash. All right, we're gonna. So nothing for Smash, but just like. Yeah, we'll do like. Okay. All right, we're going into this game number 2 in this set. Kaufman sending out their Link player into the Cloud player, who we saw not too long ago. Not a bad send by any means, but it's gonna be a little bit of a tall task for the Link player in this matchup. Because Cloud is excellent to covering these projectile-heavy characters such as Link. Like Link, you have to go in the corner and put yourself in such a bad spot where Cloud's just gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna swing my big sword, and there's nothing you can do about it because I'm him. And but right now, you know, Link Nair paying Kaufman's taxes right now, as this Cloud player is struggling to really get this kill here. I mean, again, we didn't see how this Link player played earlier because, you know, we had a little bit of stream issues, but this Cloud player making quick work as Kaufman's in over 120% right now. All it's gonna take is a back air, up air, or like any smash attack to get this kill. Bomb recoveries, are they there? Yes, they are, as the Link survives with the bomb and can live another day. And, you know, max rage Link doesn't even matter. Northwestern's like, what are you doing, Dr. Curve? Why are you not talking about me? I'm better. So I'm just going to smack that Link in the face. And now, that Link player trying to answer back with these projectiles and put Northwest back into an even game right now. It's still 13, but it's still 13. It's still 12. No, I don't know why I'm thinking 13. Why was I thinking 13? Exactly. Yeah, CSU might be a little scrambled today. I don't know. Good up B coming out from Dublin there. Limit's about to be online for this Cloud player though, and speaking from personal experience, Limit Cloud is formidable. And every time I just open my mouth, it just seems like a player dies on the screen as the Dublin Link did an excellent job at covering that recovery and putting this specific game back to even Stevens. But right now, Kaufman at the edge once again. This Cloud player just doing an excellent job at spacing all of their moves and putting Kaufman at a deficit in terms of the percent lead. Can Northwest hold on here, or is this Link player going to start figuring out some more of these combos out of there? I mean, right now it just feels like with how many projectiles this Link player throws out, it doesn't really feel like they have that oomph that they would need to really get some more percent going. Like, they can recover out the wazoo with bomb, but only so many bomb recoveries can only get you so far, because eventually you're going to lose your stock. And right now you haven't gotten the hit in over 30 seconds, and that Cloud's just going to smack that Link player straight up into the blast zone and give Northwest the early lead at 10-11 right now for Northwest. And like the Link player starting to get more stuff out of these projectiles and use more of those tilts. It just feels like one stock we get one version of the Link player and another stock we get a completely different version. It seems like right now this Link player is using more of those combo games, using more of those projectiles to set up into kill confirms. And this Northwest Cloud kind of taken aback by it and not going to get the bomb edge guard there. But again, from that second stock to now, it seems like this Link player has it figured out quite a bit. And if they can take this stock and even if they lose one here, having a 10-9 lead for either party here really isn't bad for the losing side if they can take that stock quick. But this Link player has to take this stock now, or Northwest is going to be sitting in a pretty comfortable 2-stock advantage against a team where, you know, you have Mr. Fish sitting on the other side. You need to have as many stocks as you can to ensure that his reign can get stopped and you don't get dominated in the point. And right now, this Link player just can't get that stock going, and Northwest is eating right now in having that in mind. But the side B, the cross slash not going to connect there as the Link player suddenly has the corner to Northwest, but the positioning's changing ever so fast. Not going to get the landing down air, and Kaufman just desperately needs to take this stock here. The back throw might not kill, but the up throw almost does, but you need to get something here if you're Dublin to make sure that lead doesn't grow so gargantuan for Northwest. Like, yeah, you have Mr. Fish, but you don't want to put it all on one player. 180% for this Cloud player. Getting Limit here would be super huge to get that kill, and that's what's going to happen is Limit's on deck. I imagine a cross slash is going to come out in the next couple seconds, but the neutral be going to come out and not going to come out because the Link player's like, no, I'm going to shoot out my projectile. I don't want to see you throw your projectile out. Backer's going to come out. That might be the stock here as the bomb recovery is not going to come out. And Northwest survives with that second stock hanging in the balance as Northwest taking a 11-9 lead in this game too. Very huge for Northwest to keep that stock. I mean, that Link player was doing a great job with projectiles, but just couldn't secure the kill there. And now, if you're Dublin, you know, you're probably not feeling too bad. You got Mr. Fish. I mean, when you have that ace in Esports Ohio, you could sweep teams. I mean, speaking from myself, I was in ESO not too long ago. My last semester, I swept teams, and I was like anchoring, and it was fine. So like, your team's probably not super worried that you have a dominant player at locals, but you know, you want to make sure these other players can really get those opportunities to improve, and so it doesn't fall on that one player to carry a team. And now, sitting at this deficit, you have to wonder who they're going to send in next. Maybe it's going to be that Meta Knight. Maybe it's going to be Mr. Fish if you just want to clean house. Or maybe it's another player that we don't even know yet because we did not really get to see much of that first game. Shout out Potato Blue, by the way, for making sure from home we get this set up. Had a little bit of headache earlier today, and he's like, nah, they call me Mucinex, the way I be stopping all sicknesses. And we had a stream sickness, and he cured that up right in time for us to stream this fantastic series. And we're gonna be seeing the Meta Knight come out. They call me the Oracle, guys. Like, that's what they call me because I'm able to predict who they're gonna send next. And right now, I mean, it's totally not like the only player I saw, guys. Trust me. But right now, going back to Town and City, we saw this stage earlier. We saw this stage earlier with the Meta Knight player, not against this Cloud player, but we saw this earlier today. And that Meta Knight player did fairly well off stage. So having a player who is very good off stage on a stage that heavily rewards offstage interactions is going to definitely benefit this Meta Knight player. But again, as I said in their last encounter, Game 1, this Cloud player did an excellent job of spacing out aerials and ensuring the Meta Knight player can't get in. And, you know, after that Game 1, the Meta Knight player's like, you know what? I want my run back. You know, I SC'd as Meta Knight, and that low-key doesn't feel good, so I'm going to come back in and showcase what I got. And right now, getting a little bit of a feel for this Cloud player once again. And as I was just saying, Cloud player doing an excellent job at throwing out these aerials and ensuring this Meta Knight can't get in. Northwest just has a generally good understanding of spacing with all of their players, so counteracting Dublin's high offensive game plan with more passive bait and punish style is what's working out for them really well. I mean, when you get to a Mr. Fish, it can get pretty hard. So having all your stocks at the ready to ensure that, yes, I'm going to die for my school as we face Mr. Fish. Like, it's like think of any like historic war and just put Mr. Fish and the Northwest Knights there, and you got a pretty good like comparison. But right now, this Cloud player is just making such good work of this Meta Knight. Can't get this kill right now, which we saw in that game against Mr. Fish that he just couldn't secure those kills. So like maybe just like rip an up smash or something, and you'll get the kill. Down tilt almost gonna kill on Town, okay. Almost being at max rage, almost being at like half max rage is gonna help, but that's not gonna get you that kill if you're Northwest. Up, he's gonna connect to take the stock off the top, killing the Cloud at under 80%. But the backer's gonna come out and take that stock quick even. So we're at 10-8 for Northwest right now. And what a good stock coming out from both parties. Taking that up B immediately for that Meta Knight player who struggled to get kills in that last game, and just answering back as the Cloud to ensure that, hey, you may have taken one off of me, but I'm gonna take more. As you know, we're seeing how now we're going back to that early damage lead that the Cloud player had, trying to get the finishing touch, but doing it the wrong way and not getting the connection that Northwest needs to get that extra stock off of Dublin. I mean, again, Meta Knight at kill percent, so if you just play carefully with your spacing like you have been thus far, you can get that second stock. But right now, Meta Knight's trying to go for this extra combo here to really take another stock and hopefully push it only to a 1 stock deficit, but just can't seem to find this kill at the moment as these aerials are just too damaging to this Meta Knight. No limit cross slash, which I believe is a smart play. Opting to go for the late beam and take the stock off the top as Dublin, this lead continues to stay in Northwest hands as it's a 10-7 deficit for Dublin. As it's a 10-7 deficit for Dublin. And right now, Cloud ensuring that Meta Knight doesn't really have a chance to get in. I mean, Northwest having a close first game with Dublin, having a good first series last semester too, but not quite being able to deliver the win home. So if you are Northwest, you're like, you have this vengeance that you want to take this undefeated team down and make a good push for playoffs this season. And this is what you got to do. You got to play super patient, super bait and punish heavy. And if this Cloud player off of Northwest can take the stock without dropping their final one, they're looking pretty comfortable. They might have to force Mr. Fish out early, and the down beast is like, no. Right now, it's 9-7 for Northwest. Incredible effort from the Cloud player to ensure. Yeah, it's 9-7 right now. 9-7. They took 2 off of the Meta Knight. So good stuff coming out from Northwest Cloud player here, and they're looking pretty comfortable. So it'll be interesting to see who they send in next. I mean, we didn't get to see much of this team in Game 1 because, again, our stream issues, but it's exactly what we anticipated here, as both parties are just able to keep it so even until, you know, the fish in the water comes out, and it's just like, haha, I'm gonna F-smash you and kill you at 20. LOL. They call me Mr. Fish. They actually call me Dr. Curb. I'm not Mr. Fish. If Mr. Fish was commentating and playing from the CSU venue, that would have some logistical concerns. I mean, we're in Cleveland. They're in Columbus. That's like almost a 2-hour drive. So, regardless, it's 9-7 for Northwest right now. You have to be wary. Mr. Fish is still on that anchor position, so you have to ensure that you could get rid of the rest of this team so you could have all those stocks to take down Mr. Fish. And this isn't even me showcasing my CSU bias for a future CSU Viking. Mr. Fish is just really good in crew battle settings, and having him as your anchor is really good at the high school league. So you have to ensure that all your stocks are preserved for a defense, for an attack on Kieran and a defense on your leaders. We're going to see the Kazuya player come out for Northwest, which I believe is a little bit of an interesting selection. You know, the Mennonite player did an excellent job at edge guarding this Kazuya earlier today. And if we are going to, we're going to go to Hollow, which is a great for state for Kazuya, by the way. But if we're going to send out this Kaz, we have to make sure that their inputs are on point. If we can get these conversions, maybe start seeing more of those electrics, then maybe taking that stock in a quick manner, that won't be that bad at all. I mean, you do leave it open to no taunt coming out from Northwest. They just really want to get rid of this meta. I mean, that kick to the face is probably going to cause some scars. But this is Smash Brothers. That doesn't exist. So a lot of spot dodges and air dodges are already coming out from Northwest. So Dublin can really abuse that even if this Meta Knight falls. We're just... Something I'm noticing from this Meta Knight is they love to do down B from the ledge. So if Northwest recognizes that, they can start shielding it and then getting a punish after that. Especially since you're Kaz, you can shield up B, shield electric. I mean, Kazuya's advantage state is just too strong in this meta. Like, I do not like playing against this character at all. It's why I spent so much time trying to learn the matchup and beat this character. I mean, I did it at Michigan, but we're not in Michigan. We're in Columbus, Ohio. And we're also wherever Northwest Knights are. And they're in Northwest Ohio. They call me the geographical master. That down B gonna come out and not take that stock quite yet. We gotta see more of these nairs coming out from this Meta Knight here. That's not gonna kill, is it? No, it's not, but it's gonna do a heck of a lot of damage as Dublin's Meta Knight's already about to be at kill percent. Good F tilt there to push Kazuya off stage. If you can get this nair here, but gonna have to go for a high recovery there to prevent a nair from even coming out. F tilt gonna come out from Northwest here, and we're just not gonna get the kill at the ledge for either party. Back throw, gonna send Kazuya off stage once more. Are they gonna read the high recovery? Yes, they are, but they're not gonna get the correct direction off the nair, and Northwest is gonna survive with a max range Kaz. This could be such a good spot. Questionable down smash that are gonna lead into a huge reward for Dublin as Dublin takes off another stock of their lead, as the lead's only 8-7 right now for Northwest. Dublin trying to make this lead go down so Mr. Fish can have a little bit of an easier time taking down the rest of their team. I mean, they got another player, but, you know, Mr. Fish loves playing against Kazuya, so I would not be surprised if they sent him in to just get free eats. And right now, we're just trying to see this Kazuya really get the stock here. I mean, Northwest wants to preserve that lead. They don't want to give Mr. Fish that much cushion heading into this second game. Jab's not going to get the kill here. I imagine you could just do an up throw or an up B on shield and get the stock. But right now, this Meta Knight's maneuvering around all that so well that it's just going to be hard. The up B's going to come out. And the down air is too, but not quite going to kill for either party. That should have just been an up throw there. Kind of a miscue there from Northwest as Meta Knight living at over 200% right now. Can Northwest take this stock? I mean, with all of Kazuya's kill options, it's a bit of a surprise to see. Meta Knight live so long, but I mean, maybe you're just playing with your food a bit, and you can't really play with your food against a team such as Dublin often. You gotta take this stock now before those leads equalize, and that's exactly what's gonna happen as the Meta Knight takes the stock to even out stocks 7 apiece, but a down B finally gonna take it as now it's 7-6. No, not 6-7, but 7-6 for Northwest. Kind of what we came into earlier. That's what the score of that first game was at the half. 7-6 for Northwest. Can they preserve this lead heading into... They anchored Mr. Fish. I don't know who they sent in. I don't remember who they sent in second, or third. But, you know, you got to make sure you can conserve this stock here, or it's going to be a rough time pulling this lead and pulling into a game 3 if you are the Northwest Knights. Now, if you guys are just joining us today, I am Dr. Curb, and this week, CSU doesn't have any more games. Our season finished last week, but we took some time to stream some Esports Ohio matches this week. Monday, we streamed Holy Name versus Reynoldsburg in an undefeated bout where Holy Name took it. A little bit of bias. My director's sitting a couple feet away from me. His son goes to that school. So, you know, We gotta support the local school nearby. And yesterday we streamed Cincinnati Christian Hills and Beavercreek in Rocket League. And for those who don't know, Beavercreek is the reigning national champions in high school esports for Rocket League. So seeing them dominate at such a high level at such an early part in their career is really something crazy. I mean, even someone for me who is in high school esports last semester, kind of just viewing it from the outside in now as a collegiate athlete, it's crazy to see how good a lot of these players are getting in so many different esports, and it's going to be even more exciting seeing them come into the collegiate space. And what a better way to showcase that than constant undefeated teams on our CSU esports channel. And we're going to see Mr. Fish come in. Oh boy, Kieran. You know, just speaking as Dr. Curb here, not CSU, I see him in Columbus all the time. He competes against our local Kazuya, Columbus's local Kazuya player, DLV, who is one of his more active training partners. So seeing him come in on this match does not surprise me at all. Going in, Northwest having 2 stocks, they need to cheese the ever-loving crap out of this mid-mid player and ensure that Mr. Fish only has like maybe 1 stock to go into it. But right now, Mr. Fish is like, you know what? This ain't DLV. This is Northwest. And while Northwest probably is a good school, I'm just better. That's what he thinks. I mean, I was talking to him earlier today about how he felt about this matchup. And he's like, okay, Kazuya Minmin low-key even because he thinks he's kind of bad at it. But right now, it just seems like he's just putting Kazuya at a crossroads right now. He can't really get in. And already at Rage Drive, I don't even know what he was talking about since matchups even. Kazuya just can't get in on this formidable noodle arm foe. And I think a Mega Watch is going to come out and end it if he gets it. Trying to go for the Rage Drive. Rage Drive's gone, and so is that stock, as now the score is 6-6. Okay, Kieran absolutely locked in. Can this Northwest squad take down Mr. Fish before it's too late and they go down 2-0 in the series, which means you're out. You don't even get to win. And Dublin would move on as undefeated. So you have to figure out a way to beat Mr. Fish here and get the hook, line, and sinker into that game 3. Whew, okay. All right, welcome back. It's your boy, Dr. Curb, in the flesh. And we're going to see King K. Rool come out for Northwest. I don't know what their roster is, but I know Mr. Fish loves this matchup so much. I mean, in Columbus, you got IX, who is one of Ohio's only King K. Rool players. And unless you're talking about Chopped Broke Idiot, and yes, that is a tag, Chopped Broke Idiot up in Northeast Ohio. But he's from Columbus, so he hasn't played him yet. And K. Rool Minmin is such a horrible matchup with King K. Rool that you gotta absolutely outplay your mid-lane player here, regardless of skill, and ensure that you don't get put off stage, because K-Rool, like, neutral isn't too bad. You know, neutral air can do a great job at covering arms, but the moment you get off stage, it's just going to be like this, where the 2 frames, on Kalos especially, it'll just be so easy for Mr. Fish to get, as Mr. Fish takes that first stock for Dublin, and Dublin's going to see their first lead of the game, of this game number 2, as they're up 6-5. Not going to see, again, the nairs from the King K-Rool player are going to be good at catching Minmin's nairs. And Kieran's just like, you know what? Okay. Low-key, that Megawatt nair should have sent up. But I guess King K-Rool is just really good at armoring through stuff. I don't play a lot of it in my region, so I don't see it too much. But the Megawatt, that time, is going to send that K-Rool off stage as Northwest's deficit only grows, as Dublin now takes a bigger lead. 6-4. Not going to confirm into the up there, which could have given them that stock, given Northwest less of a disadvantage here. And now Mr. Fish just eating up this K-Rool's disadvantage right now. Back throw's going to kill though, as Mr. Fish doing not the greatest down tilt, and Northwest doing a great job at recognizing these panic options from Mr. Fish and making the lead only go down to 1. But right now, Mr. Fish just sending K-Rool packing as Dublin takes it up 5-3. And Northwest sits on their final player for this game. What a solid response from Mr. Fish and Dublin as they are looking to close it out in this final match. Now, let's pull up League OS on the second monitor. Just to see these rosters at a more in-depth level. I had it pulled up on the other PC, but you know, my vision doesn't give me justice in that regard. I can't even see what my director's looking at right now. Like my vision's that bad, even with these glasses. Like if you looked at my driver's license or my ID right now, you'd see that I'm legally blind. It's quite a shame. Shout out my mom for giving me horrible genetics and making me the most blind person in this team. I love my mom, but man, I wish I could see. Yeah, these two. Okay, so I was a little incorrect. Northwest is actually 4-1. So I'm not sure what happened with the Swiss format there to warrant that distinction, because London High School is currently #1, and they played a team who was 0-2, which doesn't make any sense. But regardless, we're going to be seeing Incineroar come out for Northwest and hopefully draw a closer lead away from Dublin Hoffman. We're going FD. That's a little scary. You know, K-Rool Taylor took one stock off of Mr. Fish here, so they can. Incineroar Minmin is a little bit of a... I can't see anything now. I can see stuff again. Never mind, we're good. Monitor just went out. Just like that, Incineroar player's stock. 0 to death coming out for Mr. Fish here, as Northwest going down to 2 stocks. Dublin, Kaufman probably popping off in the other room. Or they're just, you know, wearing their suits and treating this as like business as usual. Is Mr. Fish pushing the Incineroar player off stage again, and that's going to be the stock! No, it's not. It's not. Okay, I got a little too excited. Mr. Fish, FD is his domain. Not going to get the JV4, unfortunately, for Mr. Fish. But right now, he's just playing so dominantly right now. Gonna get hit by the up B on stage, but Mr. Fish gonna get another Dragon Arm conversion. And for those who don't know, if you get a grab as Minmin with Dragon Arm, your Dragon Arm powers up, and it becomes a lot stronger. So Mr. Fish taking full advantage of that, and that Megawatts is gonna come out and take the stock again, as Northwest sits on their final stock of this set. And the Incineroar needs to take 5 in order to go even to a game 3. And right now, Mr. Fish is just putting such a devastating advantage on top of this Incineroar player that Mr. Fish is more looking like the cat's meow rather than the fish's meow. This Incineroar just can't even get their traditional side Bs and stuff in. That grab's not going to go well for Mr. Fish. He's going to get sent to off stage. 95%. This is a very doable kill percent for Incineroar. Down smash going a little bit too overzealous there for Mr. Fish, but it doesn't even matter because the Incineroar player just flubbing a lot in disadvantage right now because, you know, it's hard. Not going to get the side B there, which could have been huge. And you need to take a stock here, and I don't think you are. It's Mr. Fish going to send a Cincinnati player home, taking this game 5-0, and Dublin Kaufman takes the series home 2-0 and advances still undefeated in this conference, in the CSE conference of ESO Smash Brothers. They do, I mean, if Swiss bracket works properly, they should be playing London High School next week. Do I want to go on camera? Sure, why not? Hi guys, it's Dr. Curb in the flesh by himself. No TV on today. Dublin Kaufman taking that series 2-0 off of the back of Mr. Fish. I mean, seeing him compete at locals, compete at states last semester, he's showcasing why he wants to win that title before he graduates and comes to the CSU Vikings, guys. You know, my school. I love Cleveland State. And he sure does too. I mean, he loves our film college. But you know what I love even more? Dublin Kaufman going up 2-0 and winning the series. I mean, it was a very good, dominant series from both sides. But, you know, Mr. Fish just executing perfectly. A lot of strong min-min conversions and combos to ensure that even when Northwest had that lead swung back in for Dublin Kaufman to get that series win and move on to being 7-0 on the season. And next week, yeah, it seems like London High School won their match. So we'll be having an undefeated bout in the Central Division of Esports Ohio to see who will take that coveted #1 seed in the Central Conference, to see who will move on to playoffs in their regionals. I have no idea where regionals are for the Central region, but you know, I do know Northeast. Miami is Southwest. There's a Southwest one, but I know one thing. Cleveland State is hosting the Northeast. Yeah. Northeast. We're hosting the Northeast regionals for Esports Ohio. When? It's in sometime in of January or February. So February? Oh, okay, that's a long time. So the 28th through 29th of February, Cleveland State's going to be hosting the Northeast division of Smash Brothers and all other esports that Esports Ohio has. So, like, what is it this season? It's like Valorant, Overwatch, and Rocket League, all going to be in this campus, in this esports lab that you guys have seen time and time again at Midgard Mayhems. That's the only thing we've streamed from this esports lab, I think. And the 24-hour stream, which it's going to be pretty exciting to do this upcoming semester for Giving Day. So be on the lookout for what we're all going to be doing this upcoming semester. Thank you guys for watching this Esports Ohio match today. I've been Dr. Curb. It was a pleasure commentating today and yesterday for some great Esports Ohio matches. Do we have any on deck for tomorrow? No? Do they have games on Thursdays? Is that a varsity sport now in Esports Ohio? Well, I'll be darned. It is actually club only. It's club only. Valorant? Is Valorant on Thursdays? I'm checking because I know we didn't stream Valorant, right? So today is the 10th. If I get around 4. Yeah, Valorant would be tomorrow, but I don't know if we're gonna be streaming Valorant tomorrow. So expect more of these Esports Ohio games to be streamed next semester, guys. It's something we wanted to test out this last week before our winter break. So we have a lot coming up next semester. I mean, we got Midgard Mayhem coming up in 2 weeks. So if you guys are interested in coming out to that, StarGG/Vikes. We got our banger monthly Smash Brothers series. We got a lot of great stuff coming in store next semester that I don't want to spoil too yet. So I've been Dr. Curb, and I'm going to be closing us off. So have a good rest of your day, everybody. And remember, go Vikes. Bye, guys.